Alright, so I'm back with another video talking about this isometric RPG that we're trying to make in Java, right? Now, I know up to this point the videos have been a little bit slow. I think maybe some of the videos ended up going nowhere because I kind of had an idea for them and then just like scrapped the idea after the video, something like that. And that's because I wasn't planning very far ahead before making the videos. So what I did over this Thanksgiving break when I had a little time to myself, I really grinded out some code. I basically restarted the project from scratch. Though it maintains a lot of what was already done in the other project. And I came up with something that's way further along than when I left off. And I think it's pretty cool. It's not like, it's not completed by any means. It has a lot of things, but I'm gonna show it to you today. And then hopefully I can make some tutorial videos soon about how I did all this. I'll show you and then I'll talk to you or talk about it a little bit more here in a second. Cool. So this is what I have right now. As you can see, and actually I'll just go ahead and maximize it because it works at any screen size now. I've programmed it now to where it just works at any screen size. It's great. You're going to see there's some cool features in here. So totally new art, all art that I made myself, but this is really cool. I've got some really cool features baked in this. So you can see the world is contained in this square and everything else is user interface. And if I move around this world, you can see the world generates itself as I move. Now, the entire map's already generated. It's just that it's not shown to the player until he gets within a certain distance of those tiles. But it's really cool, right? Because the tiles animate onto the screen at random speeds like that. It's not an amazingly smooth animation, but it's kind of cool anyways. And it makes for a nice effect. Now you can see I have a lot of user interface here, and I'm going to show you what that does. So this is actually my inventory. I'm only allowing three items in my inventory. So that's my inventory there. That's my life. I don't have enemies programmed into the game yet. That's the one major thing I haven't done yet. But I will get to that soon. This is my abilities. Right now I can't do anything. I have 1, 2, and 3 are blank. But you'll see in a second I'll be able to pick from the talents up here once I pick up these books. So as we were discussing before, the inventory system. Oh, and by the way, you can see everything renders correctly. The trees render on top of the player when they should. The player cannot pass through the trees. I've already got collision detection working. Also, if you press P, you go ahead and pick up the book, and here's what's cool. I also got mouse detection working. So we click on the book, and we highlight it. You can unhighlight it, and like I said, this works at any screen size. So if we make it small again, it still works. Just like that, anywhere in the box. So cool, we highlight it, and we use it. Now, I don't have a user interface to show it, but the player now has a talent point. And let's just say, well, I'll decide to pick the explosion. And basically what the explosion is now if I press 1, I have this ability, and it just explodes around the player. Now, granted, I don't really have any animations in. It's kind of an ugly drawing, right? But it's just supposed to get the point across that he can hit any one of these 4 tiles that are near him. With this explosion attack if there were enemies programmed into the game. I think it's kind of cool. And we're going to fill up all eight of these talent slots. Right now we only have 2. But you can see it gives it the green check mark once you've selected the talent. And if you click on it and you don't have any talent points, you can't do anything. So let's find another book somewhere in the world here. I'm intending there to be far less books than this. The idea of my game is going to be like, there's very few books in the world, probably only 3, because I only want the player to have 3 abilities. So you're going to have to choose 3 of the 8 abilities to essentially survive. And I'm going to have some pretty crazy enemies in here, hopefully. But you can see we could pick up multiple books and hold them in the inventory there. And you could use more than one at a time, though it'd be pointless because there's only one other talent to choose from. Or you can just use one, but you'll see it works. The clicking works great, right? And let's go ahead and use the book. And then the first one automatically moves to the first slot. We could do it to where it stays in the second slot, but for me, I don't know. I kind of like it that it automatically shifts itself. It's just kind of easy. I don't know. It's a simple inventory, right? It's a 3-slot inventory. If we had some crazy, massive inventory, maybe that would be something. But anyways, that's way beyond the point. I also want to do some other things on the map, like maybe we can get some heart items or potion items on the map or something. You know, I have it set up to where that'll be really easy to do. But for now, it's just books, which give you talent points. And see, if you click on the flame, you can get the flame attack. And the flame attack just shoots a, I guess well, I need to make that look a little bit better when it comes out of him. But anyways, it just shoots a flame forward. Looks pretty good from that angle. And that angle looks a little bit weird from this angle, though. But, you know, rendering in isometric games, getting the rendering right is kind of tough. So, but that'll be one of those polished things you worry about later. Like I said, and then you can just click, cycle between. Other cool thing is I got the player moving at a decent speed and switching his sprite right. He doesn't automatically jump to the next tile. He's locked to a certain speed. I like that. You can see we've reached the edge of the map on this side here. The map does have a maximum size. It doesn't go all the way forever. Like I said, the map is generated beforehand, and then the player only sees up to 4 tiles of it or whatever. You know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We could also have tiles that have no border. That could be really cool. And then, you know, it looks like there aren't tiles. I kind of like the tiles with the border. Literally all you would have to do for that is just take the, you know, go into the art and make this border the same color as this, and then you would just have a seamless grass texture and a seamless ground texture for the edge. I finally fine-tuned this. There was like a little bit of a thing where some of these borders would be bigger than the other, and I finally got the right numbers to where these tiles, I think, fit together really well. In any case, I don't mean for this video to go on forever. I just want to show you that I've been working on some stuff, and yeah, I hope y'all find this cool. Once we get some enemies in here and we get the map generation down right. Right now the trees are just randomly placed every time I load up the game. But we're going to get some other stuff in here too. We might get some water in here. We're going to get other types of items. We're going to limit the number of books that are going to appear, that type of thing. All that good stuff. And that's going to take a while. The enemies are going to be the biggest thing. The enemies are going to be huge because there's a lot that's going to have to go into that. I also want to think of like how you win the game. Maybe once you get all your abilities, you can access some kind of boss room. I don't intend for this to be like a large game, but I do want there to be some player choice. You know, 3 of the 8 here from me is what they're going to choose from. This is like a basic talent system, I guess. You could also, like, say if you put 2 here, I could have a little number down here that says, oh, you have 2 points in Fireball, so it's more powerful or something. Though right now, there's no point because there's no enemies to hit. Cool, so that's what I've been working on. I did all the art myself, and like I said, you can see there's like a little book around behind the tree, and I think this is pretty cool. And like I said, it works any size or whatever, so, you know, if y'all think this is pretty cool, let me know. Either way, I am going to do some tutorial videos to show you the stuff that I've done here. Fair warning, I have Frankensteined it together a little bit. I did pretty much all the work on this project in 1 week, which has led to maybe not the best programming practices everywhere. There's a couple mechanics in here that could probably be a little bit cleaner, and we'll work on that over time. And my policy is always to get it to work first and then to optimize it later, right? So definitely not everything in this project is optimized yet, but I really think it's getting close to there. I think it's starting to look like a real RPG here. If we had enemies in this that could take damage from these attacks, I think it'd be pretty cool. The only other thing you'd need beyond that is like animations and menus. The menus will be dumb easy though. I'll do probably like all the menus in one video or something. Animation and like menus in terms of, you know, main menu, being able to exit the game, that type of stuff. But if you have like menus and animations and enemies, that's like really the last 3 things you would need, other than like a win condition, to make this really a full game. And you don't even, yeah, to really make this a full game or something. So it's getting close. I think this is. Uh, Anyways, I hope this looks a little bit more like an RPG to y'all. I know up to this point in the video series, the videos may have been slightly disappointing or maybe slow moving for some people, but we're moving towards something pretty cool, I think. I can't promise when the videos are going to be out because I'm about to have finals here in like a week and a half, but I'm hoping to get a video out pretty soon. Uh, we shall see. Anyways, uh, I think that's it. Yeah. Um, let me know what you guys think. You know, if you have any questions for me about anything specific that's going on in here, I think maybe I'll do an overview video rather than a step-by-step coding. I think maybe the next video I'll come out with will be like an overview video of the code I've already written. We'll go through some of it and we'll look at like what I did to make certain things work. I think that would be cool. That would be cool because then for the people who are a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more advanced programmers or something, and they're not necessarily here for a step-by-step, they can just see something a little bit faster and just compare what they would do to what I did or something like that and maybe get some ideas from it. And that's the big thing, right? Just trying to give you all some ideas. Some stuff maybe you can use in your own programming life, that type of thing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.